And here we are for part 2. Been kind of busy. Went ahead and did some nice changes to the ship here. I finally got the interior pretty well fleshed out. I went ahead and started working on AE and discovered that that's a real pain in the ass. So I'm going to have to study up on AE because I don't know crap about it, and that's pretty evident. I went ahead and used these stairs here. I think they're from Botania. They're Botania stairs. They're really nice looking. The stairs I was using from Chisel kept switching and changing on me, and I got tired of doing it. Well, I added an extended room behind what was going to be my RF room. These are Industrial Craft 2 doors, or just to let you know there's a space behind it. Haven't figured out how they open yet. I put down pressure plates and it didn't want to open with pressure plates, so I just figured leave them. They look kind of spaceship-y. But anyways, this little room here, you can take out this wall if you want to get more space for that thing. But I went ahead and this ladder goes all the way down to it. But I went ahead and made a basic ME2 controller. I got a creative energy cell on it, and if you really creative energy cell, you can get down in here and route some additional peer-to-peer ports and things like that. But once it runs out of power, it runs out of power. I also routed. This is going to be my computer room, so I routed a bunch of ME drives. And I can show you when we get downstairs, but basically it's just a thick cable under here connected to a peer-to-peer port, and I'm not even sure if I'm using the right one. So yeah, it is what it is. And I figured that'll run these drives, and then they're connected up to the command center back here with a standard little 8-thing drive cable kind of thing like we used to use in the old version of Applied Energetics. This is my AE system, or ME system. Anyways, it used to end right about here, and I went ahead and extended it. The reason I did that is so that we could get down in here and have ourselves a little boarding ramp. And I also managed to, if you saw there, the landing skids are currently up. And I wired in using Ender IO, using redstone conduit, a single lever that opens, or rather extends those by 1. Put a little reactor glass there so you can see it light up. And my worry is when I copy this for a schematic, a lot of the Ender IO stuff and some of the chisel stuff just disappears. But now you can see the landing skids are down and it can set flush on the ground. I wish I could have extended this one more down, but I found with funky locomotion it doesn't work that way. So yeah, it is what it is. But come up here, and I think yeah, I did also hook in some drawbridges for this on both sides. I left the room open back through here, figuring you guys could do whatever you want with it. Again, you know, have access for routing wires and things like that, or additional things for storage. Also changed using this graphite block from big reactors. I think it gives the ship a lot more rugged look. I went ahead and filled in these floors. Again, underneath here there's a crawl space for routing stuff. You'll definitely want to be able to know that. On this side is where I routed the redstone cable along with my power line, which for some reason I'm not getting any power on. I think I have to go back through and rethink how I have things wired, but you know, that's for a project for another time. Nice big area in here. Again, you can route power through the floor. Same thing over here. I did fill in the dirt area with metal. I figure if we're going to do a garden and a spawner, we can figure out where we're going to put it. My nephew really wants to put this in a single player world and kind of do a co-op play with it, so figured, what the hell, we're going to go ahead and do it. I did change all these to compression dynamo's from reactant dynamo's. Whoops. But they do work. They do produce power. Also have coolant lines all to them. Now, when this map goes up for download, I probably will leave all of this stuff in. Then again, I could take it all out. I don't really know yet. It's a lot of extra work, and I'm lazy in that regard. Actually, what I wanted to do here real quick is make sure I'm staying in the right spot. Is grab one of these elevators. So you know what? I'll go with red. I'll go with a red elevator. How's that sound? There we go. I gotta turn my thingy-majiggy back on here. There we go. Whoops. You know, it's weird. Sometimes you hit the wrong key and everything goes wrong. But yeah, you can see how it's all plumbed in now. Kind of neat looking, I think. Anyways, I also have some of this stuff running through here. And this is what happens is these blocks, they're still there, but they become transparent and they don't work anymore. And I found that out when I was copying the ship over for other things. I also mirrored this section, and that's where I really ran into it at. I did move the reactors. I moved those so I could get more room in here. And I moved I'll show you here real quick, but I moved the reactors up into the nacelle. And I'll let you guys figure out what you want to do with this space. But the reactors fit in here in a simple design, and along with a fully functional turbine. The turbine can only go 16 blocks, so it doesn't go all the way back to the back of the nacelle. So there's a big chunk back there that could be used for something as well. If you want to move your reactors forward or do whatever, I can leave them in here, or I can take them out. It's kind of a pain to get rid of the chirothium because you have to kind of fill it with sand and knock all the blocks out, but it is what it is. I'll let you guys decide what you want to do. I'm going to leave it in, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, yeah, what can I tell you? Anyways, I'll schematic it up and I'll see what it looks like, and if it's all screwy or funky, I'll just go ahead and take it out and save the schematic for that. Anyways, I'm using jaded hatches. Sorry, they're not textured. This is how the landing gear works. Pistons. Yay for pistons. Again, another one of those impulse engines. Little crawl space back through here. It's kind of dark. I should go ahead and put a light right here. It means I gotta go do one on the other side real quick. Building as we go. You know how it is. Anyways, this is a fuel line. I will go ahead and leave this in as well. And again, what I would recommend is if you want to play the game, you can take all this stuff out and put whatever you want in here. This is just going to be the way it is. It's going to be open. It's a crawl space. I'll leave these batteries too. Better put some more lights here. And put one there. Can't put one there, but I can put it on the... Whoa, can't do that. Redstone. Redstone. But yeah, you guys can put tanks in here or do whatever you guys want to do with this space. I'm just going to use them for tanks myself, for whatever I need tanks for. Anyways, again, here's this. This, I don't know if I'll leave this in or not. I probably will, just for giggles. You'll have to do your own research on how draconic evolution works. But as you can see, the engineering room looks more like an engineering room now. It's kind of neat little blocks. This kind of reminds me of something I do for Star Trek, for the Star Trek Mindtrek server. Little block with a little thing next to it. This is just a painter block. Yeah, basically you put your block that you want to paint in there, and you put your facades in there, and it paints them for you. Come back up here real quick, and we'll go into the cargo bay. As you can see, the cargo bay now is pretty extended. It's definitely large enough now to land a small ship in. If you do Archimedes mods or whatever, you might be able to even fly something in here, Flans mod. And it's all routed again up there by a little switch that opens the drawbridge and allows these things to open up like a big hatch. It's pretty cool. I moved the pathways over, and it gained us a couple of extra rooms here. And there you'll note some of the ceilings are incomplete. That's just for routing and stuff. I'll leave those open. Let you guys do what you want with them. Again, you can see how these blocks are here, but they're not really here. I don't understand why that happened, but it did happen, so gotta go through here, and all of them through here are... It's just weird. They're here, but they're not, you know what I mean? Oops. I guess they were visible from one side. I'll have to go back and look in the video, but they're not visible from the other side, so... Oh well, you only do what you can do. And I lost my light. Go out here and snag one. Get rid of the redstone wiring. Put a light there, light there, light there, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put one here. and one here. Little crawl space area here. Another little access area here. Allows you to get up here under this roof area here. Kind of see what's going on up here. If I was going to do anything with this space, this would definitely be used for like fuel tanks and things like that for these engines, or additional power storage, batteries, things like that. Again, a nice big impulse bay here. Put some more lights in here. Whoops, come on. Now and then I get this odd lag spike with this mod. I've also found that in this game, if all of these are filled up and you click on something like over here, it'll crash your game. Just keep that in mind if you're in creative. For some reason it no like that, and this game runs really weird in creative, or this mod pack runs really weird in creative. And I haven't figured out why, but it does. It's just, I've tried to troubleshoot it, but I just can't seem to figure out what's causing the issue. Again, open space right here, and same thing on the other side. As you can see, all the same. Another little doorway indicating there's a crawl space there. And that's pretty much it. You know, as it goes, it's a pretty nice little build. I hope that people that download it, if anybody does, they have a good time with it. Again, it's for Feed the Beast Infinity, though anything the pack I'm using is 1.10.1. I think there are 2 new updated packs or versions of the pack past that. I think it's like 1.11.1 now. So this should work just fine in it. If it doesn't, I don't know what to say. You know, I tried. It's been kind of fun to build, I gotta say. It's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be fun to do on a server with my nephew, provided he can play. He seems to get in trouble every now and then. Gets grounded from the computer and from gaming in general. But it is what it is. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a great day. The download link will be in the description.